If you are a high achieving business owner or working professional that is either clinically or self-identified with ADHD, and you are finally ready to get out of your own way, end self-doubt, end emotional overwhelm, so you can finally find that inner peace, happiness and fulfillment that you've longed for way too long without relying on harmful medication, overpriced therapy sessions, or those stupid generic ADHD solutions that we know just don't work, then this is for you. In this video, I'm going to break down the Triple R framework that didn't just change my life, but has changed countless lives all over the world, from surgeons to architects to business owners to opticians to dentists. So you see, this is no joke. This is a serious system that if you follow, you will easily within weeks be able to transform your ADHD from a struggle, from a curse, into your biggest superpower, into your competitive edge, so you can finally find that inner peace, happiness and fulfillment, and say goodbye to emotional overwhelm, self-doubt, negative self-talk, the list goes on. Just this year alone, we've been able to help over 30 working professionals and entrepreneurs save their marriage, save their business, save their career, save their life overall, and actually find that inner peace and fulfillment that some of these people have literally never ever been able to experience because ADHD was holding them back and keeping them stuck. So let's go straight into this. I'm going to break down the exact framework to transform ADHD from your biggest struggle in your life, from your biggest curse in your life, to your biggest superpower and competitive edge. This is the only framework, after trialing and testing multiple different frameworks, multiple different systems, after reading over 100 books and spending thousands and thousands on events and seminars and coaches and this and that. This is the only thing that has not just worked for me, but has worked for so many people around the world, changed their lives like it's changed mine. If you follow this system, it's going to change your life too. And you're going to want to have a pen handy because you're going to cover quite a lot and you're definitely going to want to take notes. So the 3-step framework is our Triple R framework, the release, realign and redesign framework. And this is what we're going to break down now. The first phase is the release phase. This is where we go through your past. So the first step is to identify and remove lifelong patterns, traumas and ADHD blockers that have been keeping you stuck and not serving you anymore. Maybe once upon a time they did you good, maybe you needed them for survival but no longer need them, but they're still there and they're keeping you stuck and chained to not allow you to then move forward, which is obviously what you want to do. Now, why is it important to get rid of the past traumas, patterns and ADHD blockers first? Well, the reason for that is because these past pains and struggles that you've been carrying for way too long, these have made your brain so foggy that you've been unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So once we've now cleared the clouds, we can now see the sun, and now we can get crystal clear on exactly what you really want in your life and why is it important to you. Once you have those two things in place, it's now time to create a personalized, structured plan that works with your ADHD brain and not against it. So we need to make sure that we have a clear baseline, clear steps and clear results, so you know exactly where you're heading, you have a structure in place and you know exactly what you're in for and when you're going to achieve the goals that you've always wanted to achieve. Now, once you've dealt with the past, meaning that you no longer have the weight on your shoulders, you no longer have that guilt, that shame, that regret in your heart, you're no longer feeling sad over past experiences. Now we can move into the present, and the present is just as important as the past. But one thing I need to really make you aware of is that you are not one person in this world. You play different roles. You might be a father, a mother, a friend, a son, a co-worker, a brother, a sister. You play different roles in your life, and for each role, we need to make sure that we are optimizing each role so you are the best that you can be, showing up as your full potential for each part of your life. So what we do in the realign phase is we silence the mental chaos and overwhelm that's driving that stress, anxiety and exhaustion. Not physical exhaustion, but that mental exhaustion. That exhaustion where you just can't shut your brain off. Well, I'm going to teach you how to shut your brain off within 3 minutes. It's very doable when you know how. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to build focus, action and consistency without burnout or procrastination. By the time you're watching this video, you would have probably already felt a lot of burnout in your life and you would have probably procrastinated once or twice in your life too. But I need to teach you how to take action without burning out or procrastinating, because the ADHD mind, when it comes to staying focused, taking action or being consistent, we don't find exactly how you focus. What's the best way for you to take action in your life and how you can be consistent in your personal life, your commitments and what you do in your life and how it works around you, then you're just going to burn out and procrastinate. So in the realign phase, we also look at your self-worth, your confidence and finding that inner voice, which maybe at this current moment in your life is non-existent. But this is what we need to find in order for you you to stop chasing dopamine highs and stop chasing the next high. And the sad thing about ADHD is that we do chase. If you don't know how to find that inner peace and happiness within yourself, you're always going to chase it. And we can chase it through drugs, alcohol, spending, gambling, and this is not a good life to live. So it's so important that if this is something that you struggle with now, then we need to work on this immediately. The fourth thing that we do in the realign phase of this framework is we rewire the negative thoughts in your head and help you to overcome the fear of failure and rejection and the fear of just not being good enough. Have you ever woken up and just thought, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love, I'm not worthy of happiness, I'm a failure, people always reject me? If these are emotions that you feel, you are not alone. These are very common ADHD emotions, and if you don't know or don't learn how to overcome them, then you will spend the rest of your life suffering. And the sad truth about this as well, just to be very honest with you, is that things don't stay still. They either get better or they get worse. So if you're not improving yourself today, then without realizing it, these emotions are just getting worse and worse and worse. Again, something very important to really recognize if that's something that you can resonate with, as being an urgent thing to fix now. The next thing that we do in the realign phase is mastering your time, energy, and money with a clear, sustainable plan. It's so important that you learn how to manage your time, energy, and money better, because with ADHD, we could be so impulsive and we could be all in. We could be people pleasers. We don't realize half the time that we're even doing it, but we are deep down jeopardizing our energy, our peace, our happiness, our space, our fulfillment by giving it to the wrong things. So we need to really understand how to control and pace ourselves, how to manage our time, because with ADHD, again, for us, it's either all or nothing. We're either now or not now. There's no in between for us. So we need to learn how to do this with a clear, sustainable plan that we go through and I teach you in the realign the present phase. And then the last thing that we do in this phase is we find your motivation and purpose in life. You see, finding your motivation and purpose in life is key for the ADHD mind, because we are not driven by money. We are driven by interest, stimulation, novelty. This is what excites us. So once you've found your inner voice, your confidence in this phase, you're going to start to quickly see your purpose in life, and your reason why is going to be transparent in your mind. So this is why it's important that before you get to the realign phase, you must complete the release phase first. This is essential. Once you've now completed the realign phase and the release phase, you are now ready to move on to phase number 3 of this triple R framework, which is the redesign phase. This is now where we redesign your future. This is key. This is where we design and build you a personalized 3-month to 10-year roadmap of your life personally. And I just need to drive this home. This is not a one-size-fits-all or a copy and paste approach. This is very much bespoke to you personally. This is why we can create a 10-year roadmap of your personal life and see exactly where you want to be. And in this phase as well, we do a final audit just to ensure and confirm that all of the challenges, all of the struggles that have been keeping you stuck in your life and stopping you from finally feeling that inner peace, happiness, and fulfillment have now been dealt with subconsciously. You no longer need to make effort to fix these problems. These are now subconscious patterns that you've now built that just naturally you wake up in the morning and you are no longer struggling with overwhelm, with stress, with self-doubt. You no longer overthink, but now your mind just wakes up in the morning and you just feel a sense of calm, a sense of peace, a sense of joy, a sense of being in the moment. These are things that the ADHD mind, for us, it's non-existent unless you know how to do it, and there's a strategy that you follow that gets you to this subconscious place where it's not a short-term fix like medication, it's a lifelong change, and this is what we're going by. So this is the triple R framework, and the only solution that I've personally experienced and so many people around the world have experienced that has got them from feeling emotionally overwhelmed all of the time, doubting themselves, no confidence, always procrastinating, to finally being in control, being present with their family, with their work, being able to reach their full potential in their life and business and relationships, and finally finding that inner peace, happiness, and fulfillment. So that is the complete triple R framework that if you follow step by step, you will finally end self-doubt and emotional overwhelm to finally find that inner peace, happiness, and fulfillment without medication, overpriced therapy sessions, or those stupid, frustrating, generic ADHD solutions that clearly just don't work. So at this point, you've got 3 options. Your first option is you can watch this video and do absolutely nothing and just stay where you are and once again self-sabotage and procrastinate. Option 2 is you can figure this out yourself. I've literally broken down exactly what you need to do to change your life so you don't fall back into your old bad habits that have ruined your life up until this point. And option 3 is you just book a free discovery call with myself and we can figure this thing out together. So maybe you're in a position now where you are ready for a change, you don't want to spend years trying to figure this thing out, and you just want someone who's been down this road, who's helped people all over the world achieve exactly what you want to achieve in literally weeks instead of years. If that's something that you can resonate with and that's something that you want to learn more about and do, let's just jump on a call. It's going to be a very informal conversation, just simply an opportunity to dive deep into what's going on. I'll ask you a handful of questions, and once I get the bigger picture, if I feel like I can help, then more than happy opportunity to discuss the next steps at that point. So now you have all three options. I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors, and I'm rooting for you.